West.
Julian, how much does it mean for you to play this game after being out with the injury last year and missing Super Bowl 52?
I think anytime you play in the Super Bowl means the world. So regardless of what's happened, excited to go out and play against the Los Angeles Rams.
What was it like for you to watch last year's Super Bowl and not be able to play?
I already been down that yesterday with a bunch of people. I'm done with that. I'm worried about the Los Angeles Rams and not what happened last year.
Julian, is it hard to stay in touch with some of your friends while you're out here for the Super Bowl?
Definitely. You got to make this like a regular work week. I don't see a lot of my friends during the season, and if they're real friends, they understand that, and if they don't, then I gotta get kicking.
And will you be shaving your beard if you win?
I don't know. I don't know yet.
What type of preparation goes into maintaining your beard?
Shampoo, condition, and potentially a beard balm or an oil, depending on the occasion.
Thanks, Julian.
No problem.
You trim it up at all? Keep it tight?
Haven't touched it.
Julian, back in 2011, when you switched over to cornerback for a few games, do you remember what that conversation was like? Coaches approached you about it, just like how they approached you, how they composed you?
Honestly, they just said you're going in a meeting.
Josh Boyer said that you told him later that you thought that might mean you were getting cut.
100%. Thought I was getting cut.
Julian, looking at your numbers from 2013 to now, your regular season stats, your playoff stats, in the playoffs, your numbers all improved. What can you attribute you being able to consistently take it to the next level when it's really most important?
I think it's honestly just going out and practicing hard. We have some really good coaches. So if you're doing something wrong, listen to what they got to tell you, what they think. Work hard at what they think that you should do, and then if you keep on doing that, things will improve. So that's approach like every other year. You just got to kind of go out and try to put everything you got into going out and win a ball game.
What was the tone of practice today?
It was sharp, focused.
Foul up, joking around, laughing.
It's still a little loose, but it was just out there trying to get things done. Yep.
Julian, Monday night, Tom referred to Julian Edelman as the greatest offensive line coach in NFL history. What has been his impact, his presence on you, and obviously collectively for the offensive line?
I mean, Coach Scarnecchio, he's been around a long time, and he's coached excellent ball for a long time, and to get to be around him is an honor because the way he is as a professional, coming in and getting his work done. I mean, the guy lives at the facility. He's first one in, works his tail off. I don't get coached by him, so it's different. We only see each other in the hallways and in overall offensive meetings. But Coach Scar, he's got a presence about him that when he talks to you, you feel good. It's kind of like what I mean. And he works his tail off, and you see it daily.
Tom's yet to be sacked in the postseason. What kind of pride or maybe swagger those guys walk around with right now?
I haven't seen him walk in any differently, or waddle.
Julian, have you given any thought at age 33? How much is on your play?
I'm 32, but I'm worried about just this game.
Any worry whatsoever about football in your body long term?
If I'm gonna worry about that, it'll be after this game.
Julian, who's more competitive, you or Tom?
I don't know. He's pretty competitive. He's pretty competitive. I'm down to compete though.
You are too.
I'm down to compete.
Has the position
I don't really understand that question, but I don't just play slot.
Let's start with the
Yeah.
let this explain itself.
What do we got? What is it?
Yeah, well, how is this slot position sort of evolved? And what role do you think you played in the evolution of the position?
I mean, the game's changed and it's evolved. Even in the 10 years that I've played, with so many sub-personnel groups, and you know, 3 receiver sets are big, and guys playing in the slot are part of the game, and the smarter the coaches get, the more roles are made, or you know, the game's just changed. You know, a lot of the college stuff has kind of trickled in here with the spread offenses and 4 receivers, 5 receivers, 3 receivers, running backs being receivers. I don't know. I guess the slot. The question is what is the question?
Has it changed how it evolved from just being known as just working the field to being more on purpose? Is it always just been one sort of thing, one function?
That'd be a great question for Coach McDaniels, because I'm just a player. I just go out and they tell me to go in here, I go there. They tell me to go out there, I go there. You know, so what's that mean? Is that not a smart answer? You call me dumb? You should never tell the secrets. Boys, next.
Hey, Julian, how nice was it to get back to practice today and kind of keep things as normal as possible, even though you are out here in the Super Bowl?
It's great to get out and get on the practice field, because it's the kind of normal thing that you're going through during a regular work week. So to get out there, you got a little energy just because you're in a different environment, you know, and it's fun. It's fun to get to go out there and sharpen it up with the fellas.
The catch against Atlanta at the end of the Super Bowl, does that have I don't know if you have picture of that in your house, or does that have a special place in your heart?
I'm not worried about that catch right now. I'm worried about Los Angeles Rams.
Julian, how much do you respect Keith Talib, former teammate, guy that's been able to do it now for a long time?
The respect for Talib is huge. You know, I've played against him. I've seen him firsthand playing with him. He's a funny guy. You know, I love him, but you know, there's Sunday I won't. He's a very savvy player. You know, he's got that long arm. I mean, he's overall athletically, he's gifted. I remember when we first got here, we was put him a receiver, and then he's got the years of experience in big games and performing in high pressure situations that, you know, you better be bringing your A game or he's going to make you look silly.
Seems like the kind of guy that has a very big personality. In practice, you're playing against him. Is he the kind of guy that you can hear him wherever he's at?
Not wherever he's at. If you're near him, maybe. If he says something, you can hear him. But you know, he's a good player, and you know, got a couple more days to prepare, and you know, we'll see how it looks out there on Sunday.
Julian, we see the fun-loving, goofy Gronk side. Can you talk about how he's matured as a leader on this team?
Gronk is like, you know, a big teddy bear you just want to squeeze sometimes. But he has definitely, you know, matured into a guy that leads his team. He makes plays in high pressure situations. He's gone out and he's showed mental and physical toughness daily. He works hard, and you know, he's been doing it for a while now. So, you know, he doesn't have to. I mean, he never really was immature. He just likes to have fun, and there's nothing wrong with that. And that's him. That's why he's him.
If you look back 10, 15 years from now, what's the one Gronk play or moment that you're going to remember when you look back and be like, I can't believe he did that?
The next one.
Julian, one of your teammates will describe your reaction to Tom Brady as a
have a close relationship, a professional relationship. We hang out off the field sometimes. We're both Bay Area kids, so we got kind of like a little. He's kind of like an older brother. Been around that guy for 10 years, learned a lot from him, and he's a good person to learn from.
Julian, Mr. Commissioner just mentioned maybe in the future there could be a NFL China game, and the first thought of right now.
Having a game in China?
Yeah.
It'd be pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, as long as there's a bye week afterwards. It's just the time change. But I think that would be an unbelievable opportunity for this league to go out there and show another fan base what we do here in America. And it would be fun, honestly.
And this year the Super Bowl will play on the New Year's Eve. A lot of fans and family are gonna watch this event. Can you say hi to our Chinese fans for promoting this? This is the year of peace.
Happy New Year, Year of Peace. Hello, fans in China. I wish you guys a happy Chinese New Year. Stay tuned to Tencent to watch the Super Bowl. Only one day ahead.
Thank you.
Julian, can you speak to the amount of weapons that you guys have offensively, how it's unique to this season specifically?
We have a lot of weapons. We got a set of running backs that all can make plays. And we got guys in the receiving corps that can make plays. Guys at tight end are making plays. I feel there's a lot of weapons. So the better we all do, the better we'll do.
If your offense was a person and you were describing someone else, what would the characteristics of this offense
I don't know. Like a fictional person?
Yeah, just, they gritty,
Or like
are they
a
hardworking,
name?
are they dedicated? How would you describe this offense as a whole if you were describing them as, one person or someone else?
I would definitely say it's a team that are a group that's resilient. A bunch of guys that work real hard and try to improve daily. So, I would say that's it.
Thank you.
Julian, you had a chance to go against Stephon Gilmore for years when he was in Buffalo. Did you have an idea then that he is as good as he is, or did that appreciation maybe develop in the last couple of years when he's been your teammate?
You definitely knew, Steph could play the game. He was a little younger, but to see how, he's been competing for the last few years, it's been awesome to watch and get to experience, because getting to go against him in practice, makes me better. The better he gets, the better it is for me to go against. And he's definitely seems like he's getting better and better. And I think that's a testament to how hard he works, how hard he practices. He's a quiet guy. But he leads by example of the way he is, the way he works, the way he is as a professional, and I'm glad we have him.
Julian, you've gotten a lot of praise, especially as of late, because of your performances in the playoffs and throughout the regular season as well. Has that praise let the chip on your shoulder fade at all?
Honestly, there's been some praise here and there, but I'm not really worried about that. I'm worried about the Los Angeles Rams, not how big the chip is or anything like that. I'm worried about preparing and getting ready for them.
Julian, we see the JE11 brand on your head there. What goes into maintaining your brand, and how important is that to you?
I hope I don't get
Sorry.
in trouble now. Just a mentality. So it's a mentality of it. I'm not really here to work talk about it. I'm here to think about Los Angeles Rams.
But I follow your YouTube account. I enjoyed the Beat LA video. A year ago, there were a lot of videos on the YouTube account. Now there's not that many. You had your smoothie time and so on. Why did you stop doing that?
Put everything in the drawer for this game.
But you stopped almost a year ago.
For this game.
Who would you say has the biggest brand outside the field? TB12, TE11, or maybe Gronk?
They're all big. They're all big. They're all big.
Hey Julian, there was a lot of talk this week about you being a future Hall of Famer. I mean, with this Patriots team, what is it specifically that you think you bring to the table that you'll be able to help them beat the Rams on Sunday?
Just gonna work hard and try to prepare hard and go out and practice hard and prepare hard for Los Angeles.
What is it do you think that you've brought to them the last couple of years to get to this point of this dynasty?
I'm not a talent evaluator. You should ask Coach Belichick that one.
Julian,
when you were dealing with your
Whoa!
suspension.
Whoa! Go ahead. What's up?
So I read your book. I know you're relentless about a lot of things when adversity hits you, and it did at the beginning of the season. How did you use that as fuel to, when it was time to come back, to hit the ground running and really unleash something?
That seemed to be where you're coming from.
I just had to practice what I preach. Just be relentless and just not worry about what I can't control, not worry about what happened in the past, not worry about what's happening in the future. Worry about what's on my plate right now. Work hard and do everything to get help. Like just work your tail off and wait for your opportunity.
Had something more to say during the season because you missed the time.
I'm always pretty hungry. I'm a pretty hungry guy. I'm hungry right now too.
Hungry for food or hungry for yourself?
Okay? It's great to learn from him. We all know that. He's an older brother. What's up, Jim? How you doing? Good. You got anything?
Julian,
See my guy right there. He just calm, cool, and collect. Jim Gray.
Julian, can you take me back? I asked Devin this question. Getting on the plane in Pittsburgh, you guys were in a position where you really haven't been in a lot recently, where you got some serious games you got to win down the stretch. What was the mindset of the team facing that situation at that time?
I think the mindset is honestly the same. You should just try to learn from your mistakes that you made in the previous game, sharpen the ones that you did well, and go practice hard and try to improve. And that's what we try to do.
Do you think being in that urgent situation made the team better down the stretch?
Could have. I don't. Maybe, yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna go with yeah?
I think we're gonna go with yeah.
What do you do on Saturday night to get yourself prepared for the game? You gonna sleep well, or what is your experience on Saturday night before a game?
Just go over my game plan. Usually, have a couple meetings, and then just go to sleep. I usually sleep pretty good on Saturdays. So people don't realize the week is so long. Like it's the best night of sleep you get. So you don't have to wake up that early unless you want to stay in your routine. I don't know. I like to get to bed pretty early. What is it? Oh, we got
How much he had that ball against Atlanta and changed your life? Now that you're back in the Super Bowl, do you feel like you're being treated like a legend, like Vince Vaughn, like David Tyree, like somebody will never be forgotten?
Good at
it was cool. That was cool, but I mean, honestly, I haven't been out. I've just been hanging around the hotel. So
When you're out, people bring it up?
I have not really. I don't really No. I just hear like a Jules chant. Like, Jules! Sounds like a bill almost. Woo! I haven't seen it in a while. Ready for the next play.
Like without Josh, it seems like some guys have stepped up. How have things
It's been like if you lost a teammate to injury or something like that. I mean, it's a terrible situation that our guy was in. Wish him the best. Things move on. I've been in that situation where I've been hurt and didn't play all year, and the team moves on. And you can only control things you can control. Worry about just going out and practicing hard and trying to improve daily.
Maybe Chris Rush, like Chris Hogan and Phillip getting back into the mix. You guys talk once or say, hey, it's time for him on everybody else to have your opportunity.
No. You just kind of go out and, if your name's called, your name's called. And, the group works hard, works their tail off. They don't worry about, noise, which is, a lot of what you're saying. But, it's more of, hey, let's just worry about practice. Let's sharpen our tools. Let's make the situations hard and try to perform. And the better we do in practice, the better you'll be able to do in the game. Don't know. I just try to keep everything the same. Prepare the same, routine the same, block the same. I don't know. I'll let you know in a few days if it's rewarding or not.
Julian, whenever you're mic'd up, you seem to be very polite to DBs.
It's not polite. It's just what they show you. Me and the NFL got something good right now.
Okay. Because you're always saying really nice things to each other. Are there moments you're not?
I mean, sometimes, I don't know. It's sometimes you get hit and like, damn, buddy, that was a good hit. Sometimes something happens and, you guys talk. But it's like going out at recess and playing at recess. Just a bunch of guys getting to play a game we love, so sometimes stuff happens.
Do you remember yelling "you're too old" at Tom during the Chiefs game? That moment went viral.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. I guess I remember it.
Julian, what trait do you admire the most in Tom Brady?
His professionalism.
Hey, I imagine it's hard to be teammates and describe what it's like to play with Gronk, but do you have a favorite Gronk story that you can tell? There's gotta be one.
There's not. Gronk stories are like children. They're all the same. We love them all the same.
How does Tom's professionalism show in everyday work?
Guy just works. Doesn't let up. How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for 12 years.
12 years? He's been doing it for 17. 17. So, I mean, and he doesn't give up. He doesn't I don't know. This is Super Bowl week, so you're probably here because this is the big one. You don't go to the little stuff. Tom goes that little stuff, bro.
I go to the Danish Super League in football. That's pretty small.
I like to go and I'll go to a batting cage and put the tokens in, and I just like to sit in front of it and let the balls hit in his face.
Other than that, what do you do?
I don't know. I just had an older brother who used to whoop my butt, so maybe that's it. He's 7 years older.
Will you tell a story about how Charlie Fry had an influence on you? Charlie Fry?
Yeah. Charlie was a huge influence in my career. We worked out at the same place over at Euclid, Ohio, over at Speed and Strength with Tim Robertson. And you know, I was working out there for a couple weeks, and Charlie was working out there, and he came up to me and said, "Hey, you're gonna throw with me." And he was like, you know, an NFL quarterback at the time. Anything he said, I would have done. And you know, he invited me to Akron. We go to Akron and throw after workouts, and you know, he came and threw a lot of my workouts with pro teams, and he was just a awesome guy, and you know, we stayed in touch, and he just came out to a game a few weeks ago, so that was cool to see him and his wife, and you know, it's he's a big part of, you know, where I am.
I read the part of the book where you who you worked out with when you were undrafted, maybe going to the Packers and that sort of thing. But of course, you were right under the Browns' noses, obviously, and you worked out with them. How close was that as any sort of a possibility in your mind?
You know, you don't know. You know, when you're like that. I mean, heck, Josh, so maybe, who knows? But thankfully it didn't happen. I'm happy where I'm at, and happy to have the opportunity to get to go and play against the Los Angeles Rams.
Just one more for me, and that's you hang out with the Cribs at all? You cross paths with Cribs every now and then?
I haven't seen Cribs in a while since we played against each other when he was with the Colts, but you know, we talked to one of our buddies, Casey Wolf, kind of. He's a Kent State guy, so you know, it's cool to get to hear about him, how he's doing and stuff.
Do you have a Gronk memory that stands out?
They all stand out. I can't let one out, folks.
What do you like most about him?
He's a lovable guy. You know, he works hard. He has fun. He's a beast. You know, it's literally like the big goofy kid in like 7th grade at recess who's like 2 feet taller than everyone, having the most fun. Like, doesn't really like get mad and like laughs because he's just dominating. That's kind of what it is.
That clip of
I think it's like it is for any other down. You get in and you hear the call, and if there's a point, you know, just like if there was on 2nd down or 1st down, you know, hey, make sure to go over here. You know, all right, you know, that's what it is. So just kind of, I mean, you just go out and it's 3rd down, yeah. I guess.
That clip of you jealous of everything. You're a skateboarder, I'm a skateboarder. You know, I slam, I get right back up and roll. Is that really
I wouldn't go far and say I'm a skateboarder. I was like the kid who wanted to be a skateboarder.
You've taken some slams on your
Oh yeah, definitely. I got some stitches on my shin. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean those dudes are crazy, like crazy tough. And like girls that skate. I mean, they do some like. I watch those videos all day, like on Instagram, and it's unreal to see what those guys do, and like how fast they go down a rail, moving the boards and flipping the board. I don't know, it's unreal. So yeah, I guess maybe it has. Falling as a kid on a skateboard helped me get tough.
In a league that's so known for its parity, yet every year it seems here are the Patriots. How do you explain why that occurs so frequently?
I don't know how you explain that. Nor do I want to. Like, I'm just worried about going out and trying to take advantage of the preparation time and you know, worry about what I got to do to help this team win.
Hey, Julian, how would you describe Josh Gordon's contributions to this season?
He contributed when he was here. You know, he was a good football player. You know, it's unfortunate the situation that happened, and you wish your best for him. But you know, that's like having an injury or something. You know, I was in that situation last year where you know the team goes on without you, and you can only control things you control and worry about. So it's kind of how you gotta move on from this.
Think he'd be welcome back if ever reinstated? Would he be welcome back to this team?
I wouldn't care, but I don't make those decisions. I like him.
What impact has Coach O'Shea had on you?
Coach O'Shea's had a huge impact on my career. I mean, we both came in 10 years ago. You know, he's not only coached me a lot, but he's been like kind of like a figure that keeps me intact. You know what I mean, mentally. You know, he knows how to deal with you in a real way. You know, we have a special relationship just because we came here at the same time. You know, I love having this coach.
When you miss a Super Bowl like you did, players often wonder if they'll ever get back, and here you are just a year later back. Does this carry some particular gratitude for you to be back in it after missing last year?
I want to be in it. I want to win it. So we'll see.
That clip of you yelling at Tom when he said you're too old. How often do you and Tom go back and forth at each other, like taking shots at each other to motivate you?
Hourly.
Julian, do you remember watching Super Bowl 36, the first Patriots-Rams showdown? Where were you, and what did you think of the game?
I don't necessarily remember like where I was and what dip I was eating and anything like that. But I do remember, you know, being excited for the Patriots just because this guy from Sarah High School, which is 6 miles away, you know, led a team to Super Bowl 1. So I do remember that. So it was the greatest show on turf. I mean, they were supposed to like blow him out, and it was pretty cool as a kid to watch that.
So you did remember Tom at that point? You were following him?
Oh yeah. I mean, he was big stuff around our little peninsula. That's San Antonio, Redwood City, Menlo Park, Tennessee, St. Carlos, Belmont, all those little areas.
So knowing him now the way you do, do you feel like he still has that sort of excitement, that drive, that passion for the game?
He seems pretty excited.
The O-line has gotten a lot of credit in these playoffs, rightfully so, for keeping Tom upright. When that guy gets an extra split second or he's not really harassed, as a receiving core, how much more effective does that make your group?
Obviously, the more time you have, the better. That's complementary football. So that's why it's the number one team sport. Because 11 men have to do their job for 3 to 5 seconds in order to execute a single play. And if one guy messes up, he can mess it up. So it's pretty awesome, and those guys work their tail off, and they're working. It took me a while. It took me a while to earn that trust. Do I remember what?
Do you remember the moment you felt like you earned his trust?
I thought it was like my first start against the Jets. And, we had some stuff going, and, that's when I learned you got to continually earn his trust. You got to show it weekly, daily. It's not just a one-time thing. It's like you got to go. Because he's constantly trying to improve. If you don't, it's done.
So can you talk about your impressions of Atlanta so far and your little adventure the other night?
I did go on a little adventure.
We saw you, but I was sure it wasn't you. Apparently it was you.
I went over like the 4th ward or something. If I said it wrong, I apologize, or anything. But I just went on a walk, and I was like a block away from where like MLK was born and stuff, and I just wanted to kind of see it. It was no one really was in for the Super Bowl yet. It was, I think, Sunday night, but it was cool to kind of see the little like restaurants, joints, and all that. You know what I mean? Like little hipster joints they had. A lot of like soulful looking stuff. It just seemed cool, and I wanted to go check it out. And I ended up walking with this guy for like 30 minutes. He had no clue who I was.
Did you recognize it all?
No, it was pretty sketchy where I went. I don't know where I was at, but it was kind of sketchy. So dude started walking with me literally for 30 minutes. We were just talking. He was telling me everything. Yeah, it's like MLK was born over there. I'm like, oh man, wow. He's like, over here is this. I'm like, damn, that's tight. So I had like a full-on tour guide from this random guy, and it was cool. I enjoyed it.
You haven't really been here before?
I've never been here. I've never really been here. We played here, I think maybe once in my career. But I've never got to experience it. All my friends say it's a cool town, and getting to see it. I mean, it seems pretty live, and I would like to check it out.
Julian, how much that you and the other wide receivers wants to show that you can win one more Super Bowl, even though you don't have a star like Julio Jones or guys like that. You can hear that often, that you don't have that top wide receiver. So how much you want to win that game to show them that you don't need that?
I just want to win.
Hey Jules, your name in the words Hall of Fame, a lot this week. What does that mean to you?
I'm not really thinking about that. I'm thinking about Steve Talib, Roby, Peters, and the LA Rams secondary and defense. So, I'm just trying to focus on that.
Hey Julian, I'm here with SI Kids. We're asking all the players what their childhood fear was growing up.
Childhood fear.
You got one?
Chucky.
Still or not?
I was pretty scared of it. My brother used to scare me with that thing. I was terrified of that. That and like, what else was I scared of? I was kind of scared of dogs. I got bit by a dog once, and then if it wasn't my dog, I wasn't really messing with it because, you little kid, you try to go touch a dog, get bit. I was scared of dogs too. Dogs and Chucky.
Right on, thank you.
Carnies always scare me too.
Jules, you talked about Julian. You talked about the Rams secondary and Roby Coleman's a guy that you went against probably a few times in Buffalo. What do you see from him? What are the challenges going against him?
He's a tough, feisty, quick guy. He's got a lot of savvy. He plays hard. He plays real hard, and that's what I remember. That's your opinion.
What does Sony bring to this team this year?
He's brought some production. I mean, he's been toting it, and he's brought a young energy. That just kid out of college going out there and almost so naive, doesn't know how big it is, just runs the football and has fun. I mean, that's what Sony is to me. And he's just a good kid, works hard, and I've loved to get this. I love seeing him. I've loved seeing him do what he's done.
It doesn't seem like the moment is ever too big for him too. Maybe that's from being here in college and everything.
Maybe that, yeah. He's been performing.
Jules, Matt Slater was talking about after the Pittsburgh game. You guys have lost 2 in a row. Guys were down. There's a lot of pressure on you guys anyway. But he said after that game there were a lot of tough conversations, and from those conversations, he felt as if guys started to have a good time again and enjoy themselves. Did that kind of happen in your view as well? Just how did things change for this team maybe after that trial?
I think a sense of urgency. Guys were talking here and there, but there was definitely a sense of urgency, and little things here and there that we except the cleanup.
How do you find fun when you're here? I mean, it's so hard. Expectations are so hard. You guys work so hard. How important is it to make sure that you keep it fun so that it doesn't become drudgery and the expectations aren't too high?
I think winning's fun.
Julian, I'm having NFL players say really cheesy Valentine's cards as if they were saying it to their Valentine. Can you say, "I love you more than Tom Brady loves avocado ice cream" into the camera as if you were saying it to your Valentine?
I love you more than Tom Brady loves that avocado ice cream, baby.
Awesome, thank you very much. And I had him over there say, "I love you more than Edelman loves Brady." So you have that to look forward to.
Do I love him that much? Does he love me that much?
I think you guys love each other a lot. When did that romance start?
He had me at hello.
Do you believe in the sports term clutch gene? Because many people say you have it performing on the biggest stage. Do you believe in clutch?
I think it's a quarterback thing.
Just quarterback.
I think that's honestly like scouting report. As the kid out there, you don't say that about a receiver. Say about a quarterback.
Bigger catch for you, the Seahawks Super Bowl where you take the big hit and keep going, or the acrobatic one against the Falcons?
Hopefully the next one.
Julian, it's been strange this year going through this journey without Danny.
It has. It has. You know, you're happy for him in his career, but it's definitely. He definitely gets sad not having him because you spend a lot of time and develop a relationship, and just he's one of the boys.
Julian, when you talks about the demands of being a Patriot every week, changing the game plan, how hard is it on you guys, the players, coming in and ripping it up and starting anew every week?
What do you mean? What was it?
He says it's very demanding, like a new game plan for each team every week. Just how is that on you guys, the players?
I mean, I think it's demanding for everyone. The coaches, they gotta do something new, and we gotta learn it, and we gotta have a cohesiveness about it, and I think it's very demanding and it's hard work, but they get us used to it. Train us, and it's part of it. So,
Is the beard coming off after the Super Bowl?
I don't really, honestly, I don't.
When was the last time you shaved?
I don't even remember.
It wasn't like a conscious decision, I'm going to grow it.
I shaved maybe 3 or 4 days ago.
Julian, is it fair to say when you have the ball in your hands, you're kind of seeking out contact? It at least looks that way, that you sort of prefer contact rather than avoiding it.
No one prefers contact.
Not even you?
Not even me.
But in a situation where you could step out of bounds or drop it.
I've tried to change that.
Yeah.
I've tried to change that. Because honestly, it just doesn't work out. The physicalness of the league is undefeated.
Is it hard to adjust, considering your nature seems to be telling you otherwise?
Yeah, I mean, you have to. That's just how it goes.
Is that something at the NFL level, when you came in, have you developed the strength and the angles or whatever you might need to do that? Something maybe you didn't have however long ago that was to grow your career?
Different. It's all different. I didn't play this position, it was different.
Julian, what's your Saturday night routine like before Super Bowl?
Saturday night routine, eat. Then we have meetings usually. Go over the game plan. I like to go over the whole call sheet. And then take a little melatonin, like cherry juice. They have these melatonin cherry juices. It's supposed to be good for anti-inflammatory. And then I pass out and wake up.
What time do you go to bed?
All right, guys?
I like to go to bed around. I like to be in bed by 9. And then I'll watch some TV. Usually it's college football or something like that, or a movie. Depending on the hotel, catch a flick, and then end up falling asleep.
All right, guys?